Alright, welcome back to more Satisfactory. Oh boy. I glanced over at to-do list and I got reminded of what we were going to do. But we did do the power, right? Yeah, look at that. Oh, I think this is loading the save in, but... yeah, we got a lot of power. The thing is though, why is my sensitivity so high? Oh, that reminds me, I can also pause that preview. I don't need that. There we go. But last time we played, we set up nuclear power. The thing that I thought about after stream, last time we played, was the disposal of the nuclear waste. Not much of an issue really right now, but it's gonna start piling up. And as it piles up, the area that becomes irradiated grows stronger, I think. I think that's what I read. So right now there's not a whole lot of nuclear waste in the storage area, which is fine, which is good. But as it builds up, it gets stronger and stronger. And the only way you can really get rid of it is by manufacturing it into the next fuel type, which is like plutonium rods. And then you either crush it to get rid of it, or you use those plutonium rods to make, you know, the next tier of nuclear fuel, which is the plutonium fuel rods. Obviously the radiation's not big because I'm not even getting it yet. How close do we have to be for it to start kicking in? Right here. That's not bad. Okay, so we got a while. I'm not too worried about it. By the time we get around to plutonium, I think we should be good. Also, I don't know why the game's so loud. But yeah, our next major thing is now upgrading our plastic production. And that requires us finding more oil nodes, because our current plastic production oil nodes are fully tapped out. We do need to make radio control units, which is dependent on more plastic for the PCs and the oscillators. Is the oscillators dependent on plastic? Let's double check that. I don't know if I need more plastic for oscillators. I think I do. I don't remember what goes into making the crystal oscillators. But for sure the PCs, because the PCs require plastic, and the circuit boards that go in, I think it's the circuit boards require plastic, I think. Yeah, in the 1.1 updates, they implemented a new belt and pipe build mode, which is like, I don't remember what it's actually called, but it looks really clean. Instead of, you know, up and down and sharp turns and stuff like that, it actually like smooths it out. It's actually really cool looking. I've seen some people's builds implementing it and it looks really clean. Or you can make it really icky looking. Well, I think we needed more rips for these, didn't we? Or something? I don't know. But high prio today is plastic. And I don't think I left a marker where the oil nodes were. I know there's some right over here. So what was our options? Oh yeah, didn't we were building the highway network out this way, I think, right? Over here? I think. If I remember correctly. And I don't know if they were actually good oil nodes or not, but we'll find out. My bitrate is red, but I think that's just because it's higher than the Twitch soft cap. She usually is, because my bitrate's set at 7700, which the soft cap is 6K, but the hard cap's like 8200. And I'd love to push more than that. I'd love to push like, I'd like to push like 20K bitrate. If they allowed it, I could. I have gig up and down, so I can handle that. But does the bitrate, higher bitrate, would that increase encoding load? I think it would, right? Because it's more detail. It's not just internet based, it's actually like encoding. I could be wrong. I'm not the most well versed in encoding knowledge. But that'd be cool. I'd love to stream in 1440p. Imagine streaming 4K. My internet could handle 4K. My solo PC, my single PC streaming setup could not, though. I'm pretty sure I would fry my CPU. That's where I'd need to get like a second computer to do it. I could use my MSI laptop as the streaming PC, but it'd be kind of hectic. So yeah, we were building out this way because there's oil nodes down this way, I'm pretty sure. Is that a geyser right below us? Or no, it's a waterfall. Right, because there's oil right there. 1, 2, 3. Is there only 3? Whoa, there's a lot? Really? Oh, there is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? There's 6. I think there's, oh, is that one right there? That's a lot, okay. Question is, how are we gonna... Oh, I don't have power over here. I should grab a power line and start trailing it over here so I have power for my hovercraft. So I don't want to use the jetpack. Not with the normal fuel that I have, at least. I also see all these people doing their builds in this game, which have like really cool looking architecture with just the stuff in the game that doesn't look like it's possible with the building blocks that you're given. But somehow they managed to do it, and it's just crazy. And they do it for like all their factories, and I just like that. I think that's the true end game.
Elemeno just subscribed.
That was fast, Brian. You're pretty fast nowadays. I don't have to wait for him to say it. Thank you, Ella. That's 35 months. 1 month away from 3 years. Very much appreciated. Also, hopefully your eye's doing better. And I'm not in zoom mode. You never say anything in your resub messages, I've noticed. Which... it's fine. Oh great, is my chat broken? I can see it over on Twitch, but I can't see it over on the multi-chat. That's nice. Maybe I need to reopen it. Give me a second. Okay, well, I guess the ground control is still broken. Cool. But yes, 36 months. Just going to listen, describe everything. Sounds good to me. I do like yapping. I don't know how much yapping I'll do today, because I can already tell if I do a lot, it's gonna leave me with a sore throat. I almost jumped off the edge there. We're doing 4 wide for the highway. Didn't they say I should have done 5 wide? Whatever. think 5 wide for a double train network is what I was thinking. Or actually, is it because the train station, is that because that is 5 wide? No. Well, kind of. It kind of hangs off the edges, it looks like, if I lock it. Yeah, it hangs off the edge a little bit. Oh well. Oh, I gotta be careful, man. I gotta put this back on. Almost jumped off again. Also, we're kind of high up here. Do I lower down a little bit, actually? I probably should. Where is the oil nodes? Why can't I see them? Yeah, like right down there. So I should actually... Okay, well, I'm doing more than I want. There we go. I want to lower this down a little bit so I don't have to pipe the fluids up so far, you know. Which, I mean, the Mark II pumps can handle, I think it's 50 meters, right? So, I mean, 50 meters, that's not a lot either, because you think I'm using these 4-meter blocks, right? So they can handle, like, 12. One pump can handle 12 high of these. Oh, it's so annoying doing these ramps. Trying to zoop these is a lot more finicky. At least going like down like this. It's like pixel perfect. I don't want to go down too far, but we'll go down a little. One more. That should be good. It should be good. Much better, because that was what, 40 meters down? Is that right? Did I do that math right? 2 meters times 20. Yeah, 40 meters. Okay. Not bad. We can work with this. We can work with this. And since this is actually far enough away, we are gonna have to do a well, we don't have to, but I'm going to do a train. And we found out, or I found out, that it would probably be better to do loop systems instead of just point A to point B in a straight line. It'd be easier just to loop the whole system, and then I could have multiple trains running on it, and then just use signal markers so they don't run into each other, because there are derailments in this game, so just gotta be aware of that. Alright, let's bring power down this way. The sooner I can use the hovercraft versus the jetpack, the better. I'm trying to think of other stuff that's happened since I streamed last. Not really a whole lot, just a lot of work and being sick. Also, I saw that there's also another an alternate recipe for watered down fuel, which is like combining fuel with water, and it still provides the same amount of power in fuel engines, so you just get more fuel. So might be something I do in the future for the fuel power plant down there, maybe. possibly. But I mean, nuclear power has greatly increased our power capacity. Oh yeah, I did finish all of Invincible, so that was a really cool show. I can't wait for season 4. I think that's at 2026. Is that a slug just chilling in the reef? It's kind of a pretty area. I'd say that water down there looks a little funky. Looks like it's moving too fast. Like it speeds up, then it slows down. I still can't believe this map is handcrafted by one person. She did a really good job with it. See, that doesn't look right. It shouldn't be slowing down like that. Okay, where is the first couple of oil nodes? Probably tap the ones over here. There's one, there's two right there. There's a third one over here, I'm pretty sure. One, two. I guess that one there too. Okay. Well, I guess we just start building. Don't think too much about it, just start building. And adjust as we build. Otherwise we're just gonna think too long about it and waste too much time. I wasn't counting that. How big are we making this? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I should have blueprinted the oil or the plastic production. It's fine. It's fine. We don't have to do this too much, I don't think. Okay, now we need power over here, otherwise I'm just gonna keep falling. Like something like that. Just for the time being. And now this is a 10 by 10, I can easily just build the walls without having to worry about building too less, or too much, or too little. Like so. Easy. We're good. And then, I think the oil refineries are, super big, so, oh shoot, I should have looked at our existing one so I can try and mimic it a little bit. We want plastic. What do we, I forget, what do we get polymer resin from? Is it just fuel production? I think so. So what can we do with heavy oil residue? I forget what we were doing. Oh, we were using it to make smokeless powder. But over here, I think we're just gonna have to crush it for now. We should check what nodes we got as well. Three, 4. I think we did 5 in the other plastic refinery. I could be wrong on that. I mean, I think that's actually too big to fit in the blueprint. The one that I have unlocked, I think it's too big to fit in there. I think. Luckily these are Mark II poles. Wait, no, it's not. Now they are. There we go. So this is using 30, 60, 90, 120, 150 oil per minute. We're gonna have more than that, I'm pretty sure. Hmm. 150, so 180, and then 210. Is that right? Are these backwards? Yes, they were. That's barely any power increase in the grand scheme of things. So this is 210 per minute oil consumption, and it'll make... How many of these do we have here? 7? That's 140 per minute plastic? That really isn't that much. That really is not that much. That's gonna come from those two nodes. We want it on this side? Or is this side a little bit easier? Oh, they want to pull that out. I think this side looks a little bit easier to build down there. I actually don't need to do that because I have the wall mounts. Oh, I need plastic to make the pipes. Oh, what a conundrum. I need to go pick up more plastic from the plastic factory because we have it in a dimensional depot, but our current plastic production is very strained. So the dimensional depot won't be filling up until the overflow fills up. And that will be a long while. So it's honestly just better for us to go grab some. I need to grab fuel. Boop, boop. There we go. Alright, let's go grab some extra plastic so we can actually make Mark II pipes. I forgot Mark II pipes even used plastic. Oh, there's our nuclear reactors up there. Hopefully that doesn't become an issue faster than I think it's going to be. Which it really shouldn't if we just have so much... We have an automated supply of these iodine filters, so I mean... I think we're fine. Unless if it gets like super irradiated and it just starts eating through them like 1 a second, then that's kind of an issue. Because I don't make 60 per minute. I don't think. I actually don't know how many you're making per minute on those iodine infused filters. But if that starts to be an issue, then we got a pretty big issue because I don't think we have plutonium unlocked. I think that's one of the next milestones. Yeah, this plastic's not even backed up. Oh my god. This is working still, right? Sorry, my throat is still kind of hurting from being sick, so I might get some voice cracks in there. So this shouldn't be full, okay. Cool. So that's all working as intended. This isn't even backed up either. That's just wonderful. That's wonderful. How is there already another ad playing? Dude, I swear Twitch is just pushing so much ads. I can't really reduce it anymore. Okay, we're gonna cut this off for a second, and it's gonna be a little painful, but We need plastic. We need it pretty bad. Would 200 be enough? I don't even know. It's like, how much would this take? 13? Okay, that's not too bad. So maybe 200 would be enough? I'm just amazed on how this ground control is still so bugged. Like, it doesn't even work right now. I have it pulled up. Chat's not showing up. Well, it's showing up, but the chat messages aren't showing up in ground control. The alerts aren't even showing up in ground control, so that's cool. So like, what's even the point of it? It's just perpetually always bugged, broken. Okay, that's 300. That should be enough. All right, you can have that back. Hopefully that should be enough. Hopefully that is 300. There's gonna be a lot of pipes, so maybe that isn't enough. I like how the audio like cuts out when I over rev the engine. You gotta think, we gotta have a lot of pipes, because most of this plastic production is based off pipes. The oil node taps being piped to the refineries, the byproduct is piped out, and then just plastic has belts. So hopefully not much else requires plastic, because we're a little starved for plastic right now. And then we got to do a whole train going on. It's gonna be a whole big deal as well. Building the train over this way. This is not really well set up here, is it? Trying to clean this up a little bit. Foundations. It's the inverted corner. There we go. A little bit better. We'll just ignore that side for now. We should be able to pump out quite a bit of plastic from this, since there's like 6 oil nodes over here. Not sure on our rubber standing right now, though. I think rubber is fine for a while. Kind of annoying how you can't do, what is it? Okay. Doesn't look good either. Guess we can just do this way, the junctions, and then get rid of the extra there. There we go. Junctions on all this here. Okay, that didn't snap for some reason. Straight? That one didn't look straight. Yep. There we go. That's the inputs. I think we want to hook up, fully hook up the inputs before we worry about the output, so we can actually get plastic being made, because we need more, I'm pretty sure. Also, we need power down below. We're gonna take it from this one. Like so. Look at that oil is like right in the water. Alright, what's the purity on these bad boys? Oh, an impure, perfect. Perfect. I'm pretty sure this is an impure as well. Oh, normal, okay. Well, that's a delightful surprise. I'm surprised they don't have like an oil extractor Mark II. Or maybe they do and I don't have it unlocked yet, but it'd be kind of weird not to have it unlocked already. This will do 120, we need 210. Which this will only give us 60, so that's 180, so we can overclock one. So that's 180. 210. There you go. That works. And we just need to pipe it over. Hopefully a Mark II pipe can reach that high. Oh boy, that's nice. Alright, well, we're gonna do this then. Well, Mark II pipe cannot handle all that because that has more than 12. Oh boy. Who's attacking me right now? Hmm? Pulls out homing gun. Who was it? You? Oh, I didn't have ammo on that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, there's a Mercy Sphere. That's what you were protecting, huh? I'll be taking that. Ada?
I have something for you. It will establish a better way for us to communicate and deepen our understanding of one another.
Oh?
I've done the necessary developments on my end. The last note is yours to play.
Your symphony resonates. Your minute tapestry patterns beautifully.
Thank you, I worked very hard. I am organically transmitting the data package now. Any adverse effects on my blood will not corrupt its contents.
We hear this learning song.
See you on the other side.
It is time to tango.
Huh? What other side, Ada? That doesn't sound good. Is that gonna go all the way up? Oh, so close. So close with just one. Try not to have it clip, but then it's like hanging off the edge. Whatever. Whatever. There you go. And it should be starting to produce plastic once the oil gets up there. Which they already are. Look at that. Plastic. Perfect. I keep looking over to his chat thinking it's going to be working, but it's not. I hate how they force that upgrade. Or the update. Because why would they update it when it doesn't work most of the time? Alright. Thing is, the train is gonna have to be probably on the other side here. I don't know how to make the train stations. How to make them. I don't know how big to make them. Jeez, I can't talk today. Cause they're big. I don't think they need to be this wide, but transport. Train station. Oh yeah, it's gotta be a loop, right? Are we gonna try and do a loop? How am I gonna do a loop, man? I don't know how I'm gonna do a loop because there's only one way over to this area. I can have a loop back on itself to a single track, but then that negates having two trains on it, because then the one train would have to wait back at the other station until that one gets there and that one goes, and that wouldn't really help that much. It'd help a little bit because it would, once that one train goes in to the dock and does the unloading and loading and all that, that train's already on the way back. So I mean, there's a little bit of efficiency increase with it, but a full loop system would be ideal. You know, it'd be really cool actually. It really wouldn't work with the way some of the areas I have the highway set up. Would be one of the track is above and the other track is below, and it'd loop like that. That'd be kind of cool, but some of the areas are kind of close to the ground. I don't think would be able to facilitate having an underground track or a track underneath the highway, because it would start running into some stuff, I believe. I don't even really know where I want to haul this with a train either, because I'm not going to bring it back to the plastic station. I don't think there is no plastic station. I think I'm just going to have to build another station on this side, the south side of our factory. Thinking. I was thinking we could kind of make a loop here, actually, but it'd actually take a long construction, because we could have it go out this way, follow this highway around that way to the station, and then go around, but then that track's already there, and come back and like enter on this side. So how would I do it above the already existing track over there? Or do I just take that track down? Well, no, I wouldn't want to do that, because I'm actually using that now for iodine filter automation. Unless I build a track above that track. I feel like that'd look goofy though. I'm also still not really familiar on how to use the train signals. Otherwise, we could actually build the loop into that track, have stop signals for the fabric train, so if the plastic train's going through, don't go on it, wait till it clears it, and then you can go. Which sounds easy, but I don't know how to use the train signals. And the trains can derail in this game. And all you gotta do is like pick them back up and put them back on the track, but I want to do the loop. So we actually only need one train station then if it's a loop system. Oh yeah, oh no, it's in 1.1 that they added it, where you actually have to have stop signals on the trains. Is that backwards? I don't think it matters. Okay, let's see. So it's gonna be both rates. like I said, I don't think we need another train station. Because it's only going to be going one direction on a loop. Essentially, this would loop back, go all the way. We'd build the highway over the ocean there and meet back up with that over there, connect into the train track that way. I think it's a fun thing to test out, though. Why are some of the... Oh, these aren't full. Okay. I was gonna say, why are some green, one, some yellow? Nice, plastic. So I don't have to go back to the plastic factory yet. Okay, but let's set up the storages we're gonna have here. Let's finish this plastic thing first. I don't think I had to put it that far back, but that's okay. I think that's pretty much all we're going to be doing today on stream is literally the plastic and the plastic train setup. It's going to take a while to do all of this. But I am fine with that. And I'm also going to do it a little bit differently than what we have at the other station or plastic area. Because I don't want to have it all crammed into one area. And I have no way of disposing the heavy oil residue without just crushing it, so we're gonna have the heavy oil residue over here. And how much can one do? Petroleum coke. So 40 per minute. 6 without overclocks. Okay. If I don't have to use overclocks, that would be nice. Okay, well, no power grid over here, that's nice. Can I off this? Okay, I don't know how that built off the center there. Upgrade these to Mark II. Set these to all petroleum coke. This is gonna make a lot of petroleum coke, which is $720. Hey, is that my belt capacity? Oh, just under it. Okay, well, that is good enough for me. Okay. Did that one move after I placed it? No, it didn't. Okay. Looked like it did. We're gonna move that and center it a little bit. There we go. And that's how we're going to dispose of the heavy oil residue until we can come up with an actual use for the heavy oil residue. So we're not going to be super fancy about the heavy oil residue pipe because we don't need to. Logistics. Wall hole. Like so. Why doesn't that not snap? That's very annoying. That snaps. That one does. Okay. They're very inconsistent with the snaps. I don't get it. Why'd that just get rid of the whole pipe? Weird how that happened. Okay. So this actually snaps. Wow, okay. That's a pleasant surprise. I love when the snap actually works. It's very nice. Also, I don't know if those are actually on the belt. We'll find out though. Looks like they are. Cool. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, and then the pipe for the input's gonna be on this side. Forget how tall these refineries are, so these actually need to be way more than just 3 high. Did that go all the way? It did. That's how tall it has to be. And that's even pretty close, because if we put the foundations on these ones, it does not leave a whole lot of headroom for the exhaust. Which doesn't really matter. It's just aesthetics, really. Imagine if they had a mechanic that you actually had to vent your factories. Otherwise, the exhaust fumes would actually just build up in your factory and they would kill you unless you had the filters. That'd be something. Actually, fume mechanics or exhaust mechanics. I don't even know how you would explain that. I need to do the same on this side too. But we're gonna let our dimensional depots try and catch up a little bit. Alright, and then I'm gonna put... Oh, my mouse is flying off my screen again. I don't have my dual monitor tools enabled. Now it should be enabled. Should be. Why do I feel so small in this factory? Usually at factories I don't feel so small, but these are big machines. Not sure how that worked. I gotta pack all my stuff tomorrow for the weekend backpacking trip. Otherwise, I don't really have a whole lot of time. So I'd rather just do it tomorrow. Grocery shop and pack. Did you eat dinner? I did. I had leftover pot roast from when I was at my parents'. It was really good. Really good. And I'll probably have a snack after stream, and I also have chocolate-covered strawberry ice cream I'll probably have as well. It's very good. Can't leave this weekend. I'm going blind. I'm only gone for a day. It's only a one-night trip just to test out our new gear. I don't know if we'll be back on Sunday in time for stream, but we'll see. And I might be going fishing on Friday, possibly, depending on the weather. If it's really windy, I'm not gonna go. Who are you going with? Going with 3 friends. 3 friends. Okay, so this is actually already going. Look at that. Very nice. How much increase in points is this going to be? Probably not going to be too much. The coal coke isn't really that point heavy. I saw someone do like the last final endgame complex piece you can manufacture in this game, and they synced it, and they gave him like millions of points, and it was like a, I think it was a int overflow or something like that. It was kind of crazy. Why am I getting so many notifications right now? Oh. Nothing important. Okay, well that's set up, so this should be constantly putting out plastic now. And it shouldn't need a pump since it's no verticality here, it's literally all on the same level. So that should be good. Very nice, very nice. I keep forgetting I have to look over to my left for my chat because the right one's broken now. We're not, I don't even think we're close to being halfway of our max production. I mean, it's kind of wild seeing our max consumption actually below our max production now after we implemented the 2 nuclear reactors. Because for the longest time, it was actually above our max production. Alright, so we got the plastic set up. Very nice, very nice. Wasn't hard. Doesn't add a whole lot. Was it 140 per minute it's adding? I would definitely like to have more. We can add more for sure because we are only using 2 oil nodes that aren't fully tapped yet. We still can place 5 more overclocks in those 2. And that that would actually give us another one of these and a little bit extra oil. So we could have 280 based off of those 2 oil nodes, and then we still have 4 more oil nodes over here, which I don't know the purity of, and I don't know how accurate the maps are for the purity. So we've tapped those 2. So it's impure, normal, impure, and a pure. That pure is actually insane. Impures suck. Now to think about how we want to do the train. The train's going to be the logistical nightmare part. Not really a nightmare, just a little bit challenging because I don't know how to do the train signals yet. But it'll be a learning experience to say the least. So first off, I think we need to build the highway out to what I thought, or what I said. And it should be on the same level. Oh crap, I forgot that there's a little hill right there. That should be fine. That should be fine. It's going to use a lot of concrete. I hope our concrete dimensional depots can keep up, which you can see the number going up. It's going up like it's like 4 a second or something like that. Because I think we have like, do we have 4-dimensional depots? Or is it 2-dimensional depots for concrete? I don't remember. But we can still increase the upload speed by double one more time, I think, with the MAM. I gotta be careful not to fall off the edge. That reminds me. Put the jetpack on, just in case. Yeah, our concrete dimensional depot is not gonna keep up. That's alright. It'll give us time to plan this out a little bit better. The weather for this weekend for the backpacking trip I'm going to go on was looking really good, but now there's a chance of showers Sunday morning when we're packing up and leaving, which not very ideal because I really don't like packing up wet gear. I mean, regardless, coming home and unpacking in an area and out, I was going to do it if it was wet or not, but packing wet stuff away is not fun. I hope this works. I really hope this works, and I can figure out these stop signals. If not, we're gonna have some... It's gonna be really bad if we have train collisions on the highway network above the ocean here, because I'm pretty sure the trains will just fly off. And to get them back, you have to go grab them. So... yeah... Let me see here. While we wait for our concrete to load up, maybe I pull up a YouTube video on it so we can get a general idea how they work. I have a general idea how they work. I just don't know how to implement it. Step-by-step masterclass, huh?
Hey, HCDA, and welcome back to my Satisfactory.
Holy crap, why is that so loud? I actually don't have window capture on this scene, so I'll add one quick. Name's already in use. Okay, cool. I don't know what to call it. Sure. Doesn't need to be that big. Sure.
1.0 Masterclass. This episode's going to be a little bit different because I'm just going to be talking about trains. It seems to be confusing a lot of people, but it's actually not that difficult once you know how to do it. Now, just starting out with the general tip, I recommend that you start out small, but that you leave yourself space around your stations. That way you can easily expand it when you need to, but initially you're not going to need massive trains. Now, for some reason, I see a lot of YouTubers and a lot of players as a result of that, setting up their trains to drive around in circles. And although there's nothing wrong with that per se, it's actually a lot more efficient and a lot quicker to build if you just set it up from A to B with a train that drives back and forth, something like this. In order to make this work, all you need is a train at the end of your track on both sides, and make sure that the arrow is...
Oh, I just thought of something. I just thought of something as well. If we actually just want to keep doing the A to B straight lines like this, we could have the train... Well, let me tab back over to Satisfactory. Can't really see my screen, but have the train go from the plastic to that station over there on top of the video window right there. Dump the plastic into that, and then that's fabric and plastic, and then the fabric and plastic go back to the fabric drop-off, and it'll be fabric plastic drop-off, and then use smart splitters to sort between the two. That's also possible, but I'm curious on if I can actually do this. Let's continue.
Also keep in mind that even a single freight platform using Mark IV belts, which you should have available by the time you unlock trains, allows you to transfer up to almost 1,000 items per minute already, so there's no need to build large train stations in the beginning. Make sure you set one station to load and one station to unload the items you need to shift from A to B.
Naturally.
Build a tiny little train like this and make sure that each locomotive on the outsides is actually pointing outwards, because otherwise it won't be able to drive in that direction. Get in your train, edit the timetable, and add the different stations that you wanted to visit to your list. Save the timetable and turn on self-driving, and you should see your train starting to drive back and forth between your stations.
I want the signals. Where's the signals? That's all I care about.
Done already. Now, of course, you can have your train actually...